Okay, so I have some code here, and this is just some open source code that I wrote over Christmas of 2020, just to make sure that a website is up and running 24/7, and it checks every website once a minute. So I have a Python file here, and you can see my nice little icon there from my material theme icons extension. If you ever wanted to, you could go down to the bottom right, and you can change the spacing to use either spaces or tabs, depends on your Python project, but most Python projects use 4 spaces, and whenever you hit tab, it just automatically creates those 4 spaces for you. So if I go down here, there's nothing there. If I hit tab, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it creates 4 spaces for me at a time. You can change the file by clicking this Python down here, or whatever extension it says. If you're using an HTML file, it's going to say HTML. You can change whatever you want it to be in here. So instead of Python, if I said, oh, this actually isn't Python, this is actually Java, it'll change some of the syntax for me. And this is really cool too. I actually don't write Java, so it says you want to install the recommended extension for Java. I don't, so I'm just going to ignore that, and I'm going to put this back to Python. And that just gives me nice syntax highlighting based on the language or scripting language that I'm writing, like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Python, Django, etc. Now, me personally, I don't use my terminal inside of VS Code too often, although you definitely can. So if you go to View and you can go down to Terminal, you have access to your command line right here. So I can do ls-la, or if you're in Windows, I believe it's just dir. So ls-la shows me all of my files and all the good stuff in there. You can have multiple terminals in here as well if you wanted to. You can split your terminal, you can add a terminal, you can delete a terminal. This is basically the same as opening up command or terminal on your computer. Command if you're on Windows, terminal if you are on a Mac. Or bash if you're on Linux. I forgot about Linux. Yeah, if you're on Linux, might be bash. You can make it full-ish screen if you wanted to, with still your file showing on the left. And you can close it down if you like. So I don't tend to use that too often, but I do tend to use that when I'm recording videos, just so that I can hit, for example, Control tilde, that's the number beside the 1 sign, this little guy right there, that weird icon or character. I'll record a lot of videos with the terminal right inside of VS Code, so I don't have to flip between too many programs. But occasionally I don't want to, and I want to actually flip between the programs because I like using a raw terminal outside of VS Code. It just gives me a little bit more control, and so I can customize that as well. But for you, if you just want it all in one view, what you can do is you can just go to View, Terminal, and you can have your command line available to you while you're writing your code. In the next video, I'm going to show you some of the shortcuts that I use.